Turn on the power. Oh. What's up, Internet world, and welcome back to the channel. Today I bring you the 2022 Porsche Macan GTS. So if you haven't watched our base Macan video, I talk about the front all the way to the back and everything in between. And you can click right here to watch it. But today we're gonna focus on this green bombshell, the GTS, and what is the difference? Let's talk about the engine. Gone is the turbo model. They've shoved that motor in this new GTS and it makes 434 horsepower and 406 pound-feet of torque. And they've taken last year's GTS and now put it in the S. So they're moving things around, but it doesn't matter because this thing has a bump of 59 horses and 22 pound-feet of torque from last year's generation. All right, GTS, 434 horsepower and 406 pound-feet of torque. I can't wait because this has a retuned 7-speed sequential gearbox. Now, this also does the quarter in like low 12s and 0 to 60 in like just a hair under 4 seconds. Launch control, baby. All right, Sport Plus, here we go. Foot on the brake, foot on the gas, launch control activated. Man, this thing flies. That gearbox is so tight. So yes, the suspension is like 15% tighter in Sport Plus and when you tighten it all, and I can tell you that the body roll is non-existent. This thing doesn't pitch at all. It's solid and it's not uncomfortable because they've made the normal mode softer for the daily drive. And then when you want to hammer around corners and hopefully the camera mounts hold, this thing does do a great job with these super ultra sticky tires. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes, this camera is getting blasted from side to side, but I do not even care. I'm all about engagement. For me, it's about engagement, driving, feeling. That's what it's about. It's not about just the speed of it. And listen, I'm on the fence every day of the week about selling that Plaid. And the only reason I don't is because of the reactions of when people get in it and I pin it and they're not expecting it. That is like cool to me. But then I'm buying something or I have something for somebody else. Python green. This thing is so bright. Oh my God, it's crazy. Front end of the Macan is no different than the base with the exception of the painted. You see, this is not painted. This is like a matte, smooth finish. And of course, these massive intakes on both sides for the intercooler to keep it cool on this 2.9 liter. So to the side, but before we do, we want to make sure that you guys have subscribed because the more subs we get, the more Porsches we get. Colors, you get 13 different choices when you're looking at a GTS, and you get 13 different wheel options, and these 21s are my favorite. What do you guys think? Comment below and let me know. What else is there? Well, there's gloss mirror caps, gloss trim, gloss side skirts, not rocker panels, those are matte, and then of course this movement of this GTS, it has moved. And then there's the gloss black rear spoiler. What matters to us the most is not the fluff. You see, what's exciting is the 15.3 front rotors and the 14 rear rotors that stop this beast. And the crazy part about it is they're just not regular brakes. They're definitely not ceramics. They are carbon-coated tungsten, which is so nice to have on a GTS. The other thing is that the front suspension, that is air, is 10% stiffer on the front axle and 15% stiffer on the back. Couple that all together and you have an awesome driving machine. the back of the GTS, and you will notice that this looks pretty much the exact same as the base Macan, with the exception of this matte finished Macan GTS. So sick. And of course, the quad exhaust, and here's how they sound. And yes, this is exactly the same as the base in terms of space. No difference, same car, except carbon fiber. Fancy, fancy. Back seat of the GTS. Now inside it doesn't feel any bigger or larger than the base one because it's exactly the same car, but the trims and the pieces and the touch, amazing. Check out my favorite piece, the seat belts. This is such an eye catcher. This is also available in chalk and carmine red when you pick those colors with the GTS package. But what's up with this one? No idea. Cool Alcantara, love the feel of it, love the carbon trim here, and you can pick whatever you want. The world is your oyster when it comes to interior colors on a Porsche, but what is not your oyster is a regular USB. You have to use these guys. We're stepping in the future, I think. As I look at this thing, it says Macan GTS in an illuminated sill. Nice. And then when I sit inside, turn down that house music, I've got 18-way seats that adjust every single way, making me feel like I'm the driver. And then I put my hands on this micro suede steering wheel that's from a 911, just like most Porsches. But man, we're in an SUV, buddy. Carbon on the steering wheel, carbon on the doors, carbon on the dash, a shortened shifter that has micro suede on it. Even this sliding backwards and forward armrest has suede on it. But there is no aluminum pedals. I've got basic pedals. Just a minor glitch. It doesn't have Android Auto. It does have Apple CarPlay. And it does have GTS right in front of me. Oh. And there is additional buttons down here. One for suspension, one to drop me down, and one for exhaust. Or I can simply just turn my drive mode from normal to Sport Plus to individual. And then I've got a button in the middle that's called Sport Response. For 20 seconds, I have extra jam. Let's go enjoy it. They just do such a good job of making that thing sound so clean and neat and tidy and like perfection, you know? But there is a downside to Porsches, and the tech is like this screen as an example. It's very clean, straightforward, and German, but it should really do more domestic stuff, like give me like a tack that looks kind of corny. I don't know what it is, but something about that makes you feel good, because in the steering position that it's currently in, I can't see the tack because my steering wheel's low. I don't like to drive like a bus driver. I like it nice and low. So even if it's here, it'll at least engage the passengers. So there's that. Kind of corny, might not agree with me, but that's there. Also, this thing doesn't lane center. It lane keeps as an option, but it doesn't lane center. And everything lane centers today. Everything lane centers. And then the worst part is the price. That's the only downside I could say about any Porsche, even the base one, is the price. All I hear is people saying, but it's not big enough, and it kind of looks like a mom's car. Yes, that was the original intent, because the guy's car is supposed to be the 911. But I'm seeing a lot more women drive 911s today, and I'm seeing a lot more men drive Macans. Welcome to 2022. Thanks for watching.